Hi, boys and girls. We're going to continue with the concept development for lesson 10, and we are working with the distributive property. Everybody say distributive property. And it's another property of multiplication where we solve smaller problems to get our answer, to make our multiplication a little bit easier. So on your whiteboard or your blank piece of paper, so you'll need a blank piece of paper and a pencil, or your whiteboard and your marker, we're going to think back to the application problem where we had 3 guitars, 1, 2, 3 guitars, and we had our strings on each of those guitars. We had 6 strings on each of those guitars. So what I want you to do, draw the array and pause the video if you need to. I want you to draw a dotted line to separate that first guitar from all the others. So you're going to draw that dotted line. And now we're going to write and solve a multiplication sentence or multiplication equation to describe each part of the array. So up here we have 1 times 6 equals 6, and here we have 2 times 6 equals 12. So 6 plus 12 equals 3 sixes. Why is this true? It's true because we took this part up top. Sorry, my pen wasn't working. This part up top, which was 1 guitar, and we took the total of the other 2 guitars and we added those totals together and we got 3 sixes. We have groups of 6. 1 group of 6, 2 groups of 6, 3 groups of 6. So 6 plus 12 is equal to 3 sixes. So how do we know this equation is true? Well, we could count our array. We could also solve our what's inside our parentheses. These symbols here are called parentheses. We could do 6 plus 12 equals 3 sixes. And 3 sixes is, we'll find out the total in a minute. So here we can discuss the number that completes the equation with your partner. So we have 1 times 6 plus 2 times 6 is equal to 6 plus what? So we're solving this. We did that, which goes here. And now we're going to solve this, 2 times 6, and put that answer there. So tell your school partner what that answer is. If you said 12, you are correct. So 1 times 6 plus 2 times 6 is equal to 6 plus 12. So the symbols around the multiplication expressions are called parentheses. Everybody say parentheses. Big words for 3rd graders. Parentheses right here. And when we see those parentheses, we want to solve inside there first. So 1 times 6 plus 2 times 6 is equal to what? Well, 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. If we add those together, we get 18. 1 plus 2 is 3 times 6 is also 18. So we can solve those smaller problems to get our total. If we look back at the array you drew, do the 1 and 2 represent the number of groups or the size of the groups? So 1 plus 2, does that represent the number of groups there are or the size of the groups? Tell your partner. It is the number of groups, correct. And this still is equal to 18. So the 1 and the 2 are the number of groups. What does the 6 represent? The size of the groups. Very good. So use that language and see if you can tell somebody at home or a partner using the number of groups and the size of the groups to tell your partner about the second equation. really about both the equations. So 1 times 6 plus 2 times 6, 1 plus 2 times 6. And we get 18 for both of these, don't we? 6 plus 12, 3 times 6. Boys and girls, the next thing you're going to do is your problem set, and good luck.